politics, and we're talking about the NPP, and we know following a decision by the Council of Elders of the party to ask the national chairman, Paul Afoko, to be suspended, there have been calls by various critics as saying that it's a step that could further muddy the waters for the party. And many of those political commentators and also political science lecturers have said that the move could deepen the woes of the NPP because instead of rather healing the party, there could be a lot more agitations on, even though it could be only the chairman and general secretary, the minority side of it, because they have also a lot more supporters within the party. What do you make of the latest decision that was taken by the National, is this the National Executive Council? The Council of Elders of the party.
What do I make of the decision?
Yes. What do you make first of the decision?
That is a very difficult one. You know, the problems in our party has taken some time. The presidential candidate has spoken that we should take away the media situation. So I wouldn't want to go in there. And because I want to give that maximum respect to the presidential candidate, who is also the leader by our constitution, the leader of the party. So I wouldn't take that question, but just to say that let's allow the internal process of our constitution to prevail. Let's stick to the constitution. We have a conflict resolution clauses in our constitution. Let us follow it. Let us allow it to flow. Whoever is in charge, a committee is in charge of something, let them conclude their work. After conclusion, I think we can all come back and look at it. If anybody has any support or information to be given out, go there and give the information to the Council of Elders, or go and advise as our party constitution has established, so that at the end of the day, we'll come together and then prosecute this, propagate this 2016 campaign, because definitely we come into power and Nana Akufo-Addo will be president of this country, definitely. I know my senior member, who is a senior most member, will be pinched by this, but I'm telling him that the next time we will be at the right side of the speaker. And also we'll take the presidency and then we'll move on. For now, this is my take on this one.
Well, I know definitely that is what, since he calls me senior, I'll call him my junior. That is the stand that he would take. But I would have wished that all others would take the same stand. One Nana Akufo-Addo came and said, look,
nobody should speak on radio.
It even became worse.
Just over the weekend, we have Gabi Ochudako speaking on one of the stations in Accra.
It became worse. You know, my own brother Kennedy Japan, unprintable. I wouldn't want to sit here. To be frank with you, NPP, they know that they are not coming to power in 2016. That one, they are clear, they themselves, they are aware, they know.
But that's not fair to them.
I'm not saying it.
Whether my senior himself will also come is another matter. Oh.
Don't worry, I was very quiet.
I hear you. Senior, I hear you. I hear you.
So, if you want to talk, I'll allow you to talk and then I'll come in later.
Senior, I hear you.
Yeah, I'm not saying it. I mean, unless, of course, you are telling me that you haven't heard Kennedy Japan. He said, yes, we can lose 2016. We don't care.
No, but he's saying that certain steps need to be taken if they are not taken in the right stead.
No. If you describe your entire executive, people who are cocaine pushers, I'm sorry, I didn't want to repeat it, because you see, whether they lose or they win, it is Ghana that we are talking of. And whether you like it or not, these members are Ghanaians. And these are very high people. The opposition party ready to take power when we sleep, and they are being described as cocaine pushers, people sniffing cocaine and getting mad, thieves, and what have you, simply because of a small problem. As for Paul Afoko, and it's not only Paul Afoko, Kwabena Japan too has been included. I was thinking that NPP, to them, they always say that they are the bosom of democracy or the champions of democracy. But I don't know what has happened. Now they have started going back and back and back. Some people go for Congress. They bring their ideologies. They tell the people, the delegates, what they can do for the party. Based on that, The delegates overwhelmingly elect them. Right from the word go after the election, if you recall it, an MPP member comes to say that, hey, President Kufuor's boys have been elected, there is trouble for us. That is where the problem started. And I am saying that, look, whatever, even if the NDC is going to be in power, which are out for 2016, inshallah, it's a done deal. Because they are not prepared now. We need a credible opposition to keep us on our toe. And so if you start describing yourselves as cocaine pushers, cocaine sneakers, mad people, thieves, by no means a person than an MP who claims he's a bankroller to your party, and your flag bearer is quiet.
Well, the flag bearer on his Rise and Build tour, I believe in the Eastern region, was very much instrumental in saying and giving the directive that nobody should make commentary on whatever disagreements there are.
And after that, what happened? So it means that they don't even respect him. After that, it became worse.
I don't get you. Because they
he made it that nobody should comment on it. Please, let us try to use the internal structures like my brother is saying to resolve our problems. After all, there's a Mensa in every house. But the way in which you resolve tells how mature you are. And the next time, it was when Kwabena Japan was there. Kennedy Japan came out. Kwabena Japan described, he was just trying to describe how frustrated he has been ever since he's elected, trying to sideline him as a general secretary. And then actually Gabidaku comes in, and then today, there's a youth call it the Bolgatanga Bulldogs. Just when I was coming, their coordinator was on live. Very bad. And then there's another one called youth, MPP, youth, very bad. He said, Kwabena Japan, Canada Japan must be called to book by Nana, and then Nana has allowed them. He also went into unprintable words.
Well, I do understand all those comments that are coming in.
The issue is that, do they respect the flag bearer? That is the question. Your flag bearer
is it because he issued a directive and you feel that the directive is not being
about it?
Okay.
Nobody, they don't care about it. Go to hell.
Alhaji, your comment has been. You're flogging the issue.
It's over flogging the issue, and politics almost thinking that he will score political point on this one.
The flag bearer.
We are talking about
the flag bearer. It's okay, Alhaji. The flag bearer made a directive. Yeah. Why is it that nobody keeps mute? I mean, following Kenny Japan, we've had over the weekend also on one of the radio stations in Accra, on a topical program that is also being at a certain belt where everybody listens to morning talk radio, especially that is focused on politics and other socio-economic. And then also following that, we have all these, who has to call who to order? When the flag bearer issues the directive, who then has to follow up and make sure that everybody obeys?
Am I not an example here?
You are a perfect example. But the point is that we don't have the majority of the key speakers, unlike you, obeying the order.
Yes, I can assure you, the majority of us are also copying this example or have done the same as I've done. What percentage is it that are going out? That Alhaji is trying to overblow it. That is
you think he's taking political advantage?
Yes, he's taking political advantage of it. But you see, I personally, if this is happening to the NDC, because we want to sustain this democracy in this our country, I wouldn't want to score political point on that. And that because you see, senior, if I can finish, you see, I wouldn't like to score political points because this democracy is a life-endowed policy with all system of governance that we've all accepted we should take. And each political party must work toward the sustenance of this democracy. If any of us is sliding one way or the other, we must be seen because they are just at the starting point. And we know they've gone through all this before. They've also it has happened to them before. So don't let us look at it as if it is so exclusively to one side. You have just started yours. Even before you started, we've been hearing all what is happening in all those places. We are praying for the NDC to go through a peaceful primaries, okay? So that at the end of the day, Ghana will come out the best. Because we want the best for this country. And I expect Alhaji, my senior most one, not to even come and try to repeat the unprintable that he's talking about. He should rather come and tell us that, oh, please, this young man has spoken so well that everybody should calm down. We should listen to our presidential candidate, who is the leader of the party, and for that matter, everybody should toe the line. But he shouldn't take that political advantage and be repeating the unprintable and whatever and adding on. Because he has added so much. He has added so much to it. So I'm pleading with my senior that for the future of this country's sake, at least we all know that for now, these two big parties will continue to be in the helms of affairs of this country as we move on. So we must be seen to be guiding and make sure that we get the best for this country.
Let me just.
I know you wanted to react to it.
Yes, just a second. My brother, I'm surprised you are sitting here and telling me that I shouldn't take. If I want
don't repeat it,
please.
All that I'm saying, that don't repeat those unprintables.
And I want to repeat like
unless you are telling me you want to take advantage.
I was quiet. Yes, I want to take advantage.
Then don't. Senior, don't take advantage.
You can.
It is not good for this country.
Master, can you please tell him when he was talking?
Just don't repeat what you claim to be.
Please, you can't hold my mouth. That one is totally out. If you want to cut me off, I don't care. But I'm here on the look. Am I the one generating it?
You're not the one.
Of course.
But you
yourself want to say that.
Yourself has said.
Kumsin said that, and I want to repeat, and let me repeat, and Kumsin repeat that I cannot put Ghana, the destiny of Ghana, into the hands of Rana Akufo-Addo. And you want me to repeat, and I repeat. I'm only quoting Kumsin.
You are taking political advantage of this.
No. Why? I'm a political animal. He is a political animal. He is a political animal. We are all here as political animals, trying to sell ourselves to the people. And I'm saying that
just relax.
I don't like.
Relax.
No, you know how I am.
Okay, at the end of the day, what do you think now the party needs to do? We've had Arthur Kennedy, who is in the United States, not very much happy also about comments that even have been made by the National Council of Elders, even by some leading founders of the party. We have others that have made comments that seem to support one side against the other.
Exactly. You see, I'm very happy. That is a free advice. The advice is that I started by saying that even if NDC is going to be in power for a very long time, we need a credible opposition. It is a credible opposition that can guide us.
Well, that will be in the hands of the Ghanaian electorate.
That is what I'm saying, that even if, you should listen to how I quote. I'm not saying that we will. I'm saying that even if that happens, we need a credible opposition. And I'm saying that I'm surprised for him to have said that, what percentage? And you were quiet. The percentage, he himself is an example, trying to toe the advice of Nana. But, I mean, you yourself, you mentioned it. Several others, they don't care. The percentage is only about 10% heeding and 90% saying that no. And then go out there, tune in to the various. When I was coming, Masa.
Well, I know we are monitoring. I do media monitoring. Sometimes we all understand that.
It wasn't even necessary for the Council of State, that's their Council of Elders, to have come the way they did. You know, and then to say that suspend somebody who has been democratically elected, go and sit down. And they said after 2016 election, until after 2016. What is the meaning? It means that if he is there, it's going to affect their fortunes. And then come Japan, and then others coming in. At Kennedy, anytime at all he speaks, the NPP will descend on him. That 1, 2, 3, they will describe you as being a member of the NDC. You are in an opposition. And so all what I want to say is that Nana, the ball stops in the house of Nana. Nana is the leader by their constitution. Immediately they elect a flag bearer. He becomes the leader of the party. And so the leader must call, because those who are chanting and insulting are saying that they are supporting Nana. You get a point I'm making?
As far as we're concerned,
so
the leader, but seriously, if you read the constitution of the NPP, the leader doesn't have the...
He doesn't call for meetings.
Yes.
He doesn't, yes.
He doesn't have the disciplinary... Perhaps he has an indirect role to play, to call all the members together. But he doesn't have forthwith a formal... let's say, role that empowers him to take disciplinary action.
He doesn't need to have
because the party has inherent various procedures that
he doesn't that will make it possible for that. If you are elected a leader, it means that they have confidence in you. You are the one that we put all our destiny leaders so that we can come to power, like my brother is saying. And so, with that respect, just like this, should be able to tell you that, look, what you are doing is not something that is going to help us. Cease fire. to the extent that he comes out and appeals. And not, this is not the first time. On a number of occasions, Nana says that, look, don't do it. This morning I was listening to Hilda. You know Hilda, the former MP for Kwadaso. She is saying that, in her opinion, those people, including Canada, Japan, and others, are against Paul and Japan. The other than Japan, because they are fighting corruption. And if your own leader, one of them, says this to the hearing of every Ghanaian, no, I'm not saying, my brother.
Look, senior, how many MPs do we have in Parliament?
275.
We have 123 MPs. Out of the 123 MPs, that is, you see, your statistics are that wrong. If you say about 90% is not.
It is not everybody who speaks.
Exactly.
We have the topmost leaders. We are not talking about those who are executive leaders.
No, let me
speak. You are a leader of the party because you speak prominently. It's not everybody who speaks.
I was at NJTV with one of his opponents. And he think that senior is not electable. He said it. One of your opponents, I was on the NJTV.
Excellent.
You see, you are quoting Kofi Kumsin, and your own opponent at NJTV is saying that you, when they put you there, you cannot win.
Yeah,
but now you are shifting the attention to
now he's also doing campaign for my opponent. I don't care.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that coming from the premise that I was coming and telling my senior that, look here, this is not time. You say it is politics and that you are here, nobody can shut you down. You are supposed to score political points.
I never said I'm supposed to score
political points anyhow.
Please.
You say it's a political
animal, so he's supposed to make capital out of this.
Did I say that?
He's supposed to make capital out of this.
But what I am saying is that he didn't say that he will score political points. He said he's a political animal.
But in the same way, that is what he wanted.
So you are interpreting what he said.
Interpreting what he said. So I am saying that this is not. It is not good for this country.
Do you think the flag bearer has a role to play in all of this? He's made a directive, but there have been questions raised about how that directive would be.
This should be a learning period for us and an input into our constitution if we want to do some reviews of our party constitution.
So you mean that if a flag bearer is elected, he has to take over from the...
We need to we need to review our constitution to suit the challenges that we're going through. And I think that all of us can come, I am not a lawyer, all of us can come together and learn these lessons. And going forward, we need to look at our constitution. Because like you are saying, you see, the presidential candidate is in the constitution, actually by its letter, doesn't give him that hands-on.
But the argument is that he's just not a symbolic leader. He goes beyond just being a symbolic leader.
There are a lot that the presidential candidate is doing behind the scene. And don't forget that behind the scene work, and I know the former president is also doing a lot behind the scenes.
You
don't know that you don't have the measure to that one.
No, the measure is that people
you're not a member of the party, so you can't.
You don't have the measure to all this.
Okay, please wrap up.
You don't have the measure, please. If I can finish, you don't have the measure to all this. You are not supposed to even know whether it is working or not because you don't know. Because you don't know what is being done behind the scene.
Let me just bring an issue, and I think that will be also suitable for you because your side of the house is always on it. And while you are very much happy, the problems within the...
I'm not happy.
Okay.
And I made it
That's
clear.
All right. I've taken my words.
Please, yes. Seriously.
He's happy. Don't take your word away. He's happy.
Since you are very much unhappy about what is going on in the NP, because you want a credible opposition. It's okay.
It has